Hi all, welcome back for round 3. I lost the roll this time, sorry. I was trying to work out whether I'd won or lost. Oh yeah, I lost the roll, so I'm on draw, and this hand's pretty good. It's got pretty much everything you'd want. It's got removal, tumble magnet, and a turn 3 fallen, so... My opponent also leads with Vectorasp, which is a fairly good sign, but I mean he's in the final, so he must have things behind the Vectorasp. And I've also got a Fume Spitter, which is a pretty good match against Vectorasp. Like, I don't really want to use it on Vectorasp, but if he's gonna spend his turn giving it Infect, then it's probably worth it. Just because against Infect, you just want to stop yourself ever getting poison counters. Like, you have to play really defensively and just make sure they just can't get anything on you. Because if they do have stuff with that proliferates, you just never want to get to the point where they have counters on you. So yeah, he gives it Infect, and I just play safe and kill it with Fume Spitter. Like, he might give it a better target later on, but by that point I'll have a different blocker. So it's not really a big deal. Like, Plague Stinger is effectively a Fume Spitter on any Infect guy. So yeah, I make my Copper Mere, and yeah, not much else to say. He makes a Necropede, which is pretty good considering my next player is a Telgelad Fallen. And I draw the Forest, but it's irrelevant really. So yeah, I can still make the Fallen and pass. My opponent trumps the Fallen here with Skin Render, which is, yeah, much better than the Fallen. It eats it and sticks around. Although, Skin Render is actually not that... I mean, it's obviously it's good, but it's not as good in Infect as it could be, because the 3/3 body is mainly defensive. Like, I'm not too bothered about that Skin Render attacking me at this point, because it's not the way he's going to try and kill me. I draw another land, so I just make the Blade Stinger and the Tumble Magnet. So yeah, it's not looking too great for me. Like, I don't really have a profitable tap with a Tumble Magnet. I don't really want to use it to prevent one poison. And the Stinger is kind of trumped by his team, but I can always draw something. Like, I can draw a Bladed Pinions would be pretty good. Assist Bearer, just something that kind of lets me get ahead on the board. That, I mean, he makes more guys, which makes it look even worse for me. But hello, I draw the Contagion Engine, so that pretty much brings me straight back into the game. Like, I think about not playing it here, because it's not actually just a straight up autoplay. Because I could just attack with this, pass, tap his Icarats, take a couple, or even, no, I could even block the Necropede, because my Plague Stinger's going to die anyway once I Contagion Engine him, then I get a bit more value out. But I figure that doing it this way, like, I've got Tumble Magnet to tap down any follow-ups he has, and at this point I'll just be burning him for 2 every turn, or 4 effectively, 2 poison every turn. And because I have like no follow-up play, and I might draw like a creature next turn, I think it's better to just make the Contagion Engine now so I can start magneting and proliferating in the future. Because like, if I just entirely remove his clock and add a clock of my own, it's fairly good, because he needs either multiple creatures or a way of dealing with Contagion Engine or Tumble Magnet at this point. Because the Skin Render is obviously not doing much against me, and I'm going to tap it down, and the Contagion Engine means the Tumble Magnet is set for life. So yeah, like, he draws and makes the Plague Stinger, but it's really irrelevant in terms of what I have on the board, because I'm just going to Tumble Magnet it and then proliferate 2 poison counters onto him. I tap the Skin Render there as well, because there's no real reason not to. The Tumble Magnet's going to be charged for life once I start proliferating. Like, I didn't want to get Tainted Striked out or something. So yeah, he goes to combat. I load up with some counters. 1, 2, 3, and I press OK this time because I don't want to poison myself. Because you see, in the last round, it went straight to the next one because I hit every single target, but here you actually have to press OK to go to the next stage. That was why I messed up while getting a bit over arrogant and showing off and putting counters on his sensor. I draw Pinions, which is, well, irrelevant, but I don't really need to draw anything at the moment because I have Contagion Engine. Like, he has 7 counter to deal me over the next 3 turns, or like 2 after this, because I'm going to put on 6 then 8, then he's dead. So Yep, I just keep poisoning him. In fact, no, it's not even 3 turns. It's like he's got 2 turns basically. In fact, no, he's got 1 turn. Yeah, sorry, I'm confused by all this turn cycle. I've got 2 turns, which means he's got 1 turn. Because I'm just going to go end of turn, poison you, untap, poison you again, and he makes the carrying call. And at this point, I just know what's going to happen. You can probably guess too, going from the fact that I've just said it. Like, it's so obvious what's going to happen. Because if you do the maths, I'm on 3 counts. I've got 7 poison left. He's going to have 2 power after I tap, and 6 mana. And 6 minus 1 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, I have 7 counters left. And you know what's going to happen. So yeah, he goes to attack. And I actually bring up the chat, ready to have a sad face for the thingy, the tainters, no, not Untamed Might he obviously has, he does have it as well. So yeah, my sad face is justified, and he exact lethals me. So it's a bit of an anticlimax, but that was a pretty good game. Like, big and swingy, which is what infect decks often do. So yeah, he replies, and then I'm dead. Kills me for exact seeds. So yeah, that was a pretty nice set of swings in that game. Contagion Engine into the Carrying Call plus Untamed Might, and the fact that I didn't draw creatures as well. But yeah. Like, there's not much I can complain about because I did rip the Contagion Engine that turn. Like, I was kind of losing the game if I didn't, so yeah, there's not really much I want to bring in, so I will just submit as is. So yeah, I'm on the play, choose to keep this hand because it's pretty good. Like, it's the same as one of the hands I kept earlier. It's got removal, Bladed Pinions, Tumble Magnet, and good mana, so as soon as I draw an infect guy, it's a really good infect guy. And I didn't really see a lot of removal from my opponent. I saw like Necropede and Perilous Mere, so once I get Bladed Pinions on a guy, then it's probably going to get there. Except that's not a guy you can put Bladed Pinions on, just for the irony. But I mean, Tarzad Fallen's a decent guy anyway. So yeah, I'll make my Pinions. It also means at this point that if I draw a land I can play Fallen, if I draw a spell that's something I can put Pinions on, so any card I draw is fairly good at the moment. My opponent thinks for one. He's, unlike my last opponent, he hasn't been thinking this game, so it means he has options this turn thinking about which 2-drop to lead with. Which one he's most likely to get killed by Fume Spitter, I guess. The fact that he makes Plague Stinger is strange, because obviously I would want to Fume Spit that one. I guess if he made Necropede, I can kill it for value that turn, and him not kill a creature in return. I draw the 4th land, so it means I can play my Fallen now. So yeah, I Fume Spit his I didn't Fume Spit in my turn because I figured if he wants to Untamed Might, then that's absolutely fine. But I do it in this turn because I don't want to, like I said earlier, I don't want to take poison. Like, I can Pinions up my replica next turn and block, but that's really inefficient mana-wise. So yeah, I get to kill it this turn and think, well, if he's got Untamed Might, I don't really care because it's going to die anyway. And something that surprises me is he goes Untamed Might. Like, I wasn't actually expecting him to. I thought I'll wait because I don't actually care if he does it, and he does actually do it, which kind of surprised me. It's like it's just straight discarding an Untamed Might to put 2 poison counters on me. Like, maybe he didn't realise the Plague Stinger was dying. He thought Fume Spitter was just -1/-1. Like, he didn't realise it put a counter on it. But yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. And it's actually looking fairly good for me now because I've got Fallen with Tumble Magnet back up. So like, if he makes even a Necropede, I can kill it with Replica for value because he can't target the Fallen. So like, I can kill it and then make another guy. I can attack through it, and if it's not an artifact, I can just tap it and attack. But it's the Hand of the Praetors, which is somewhat worrying. Like, that's the one I would have wanted, but yeah. Like, I made the Tumble Magnet, and I was kind of just autopiloting, thinking if it's not an artifact, I'm going to tap it. But obviously I don't tap here because I'm more than happy for him to trade. Like, I really doubt he is going to trade, and yeah, he doesn't. So I just made the autopilot, like, make Magnet tap your guy attack, but that was kind of assuming that he'd make a guy that A, gets blocked by Replica with Pinions, and B, is not something I want him to trade with. So yeah, it's After looking good for a turn, it's now looking bad again, because I've just got one card in hand, and it's a land. And he's got 5, I think, yeah, 5 cards, and the Hand of the Praetor's in play, and I'm on more poison than, well, I'm going to be on the same poison as him after he's made a creature, so I'm on effectively more, because every creature he makes poisons me. But again, he's thinking for a while, so yeah, he has options. I actually meant to tap here, like, that was just a complete mess up. There's actually no reason why I didn't tap there, if you're wondering. Like, I've been going through the draft fairly well without making stupid mistakes, but this was one of them, so if you picked up on that, congratulations. I thought I'd tell you anyway. Like, there's not much more to say about that. I meant to tap and just skip straight through. But on the plus side, I can tap a Tangle Angler and attack with my what's he called? 3/1. Taljad Fallen, there we go. I was trying to think of the name. So yeah, I'll just put a bit more poison on him. Even though it doesn't look like I'm winning the race at this point, but holding back doesn't really achieve anything. Like, I can tap the Angler, then he probably won't attack with the hand, and then I'm just slowly dying to any creature he makes while not actually killing him. So I just don't really gain anything by not attacking there. So yeah, it's pretty. Tangle Angler is really good. Like, it's close to bomb, I think. If you make it turn 3 off a mirror as well, it's just such a blowout against decks that can't kill it. And speaking of blowouts, boom, Putrefax. Yeah, so I make a stunned face in the chat because he's got the 2 Infectors. Because I was thinking Infect was open when all those Cis Bears came around, but I guess he was just taking Putrefaxes and Hand of the Praetors over them. So yeah, he turned out in the better seat than me, because like, I didn't see the Tangle Angler either. He said, yeah, my draw was... I can't actually... The screen's too small, so I can't actually see what I'm typing, but I think it was something like, he said his draw was 6, so I said, yeah, well, your deck seems pretty sick too, so, you know, be nice, be a bit, what am I trying to say, yeah? Not be bitchy, that's what I was trying to say, like, yeah. So there's no point in bitching at him, because his deck is actually pretty good, and probably better than mine. The stunned face was in no way being a sore loser, it was just a genuine surprise at how good his deck was. So, yeah, I will... Thanks for watching, I'll see you for my next draft.